Hi everyone, and welcome to Jane Talks Real. It's Slayer Sunday, where I will be talking about and reviewing all the episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer in order. Today I'm looking at Season 2, Episode 5, Reptile Boy. We begin the episode with what sounds like a bag of cats. The trio are watching some movie in Hindi and Buffy says that there's a hush all over Sunnydale. Really? A hush? We get an establishing shot of a really nice building followed by a woman jumping out the window. As she makes a break for it, she's pursued by the demons from Raven, who chase her through the trees and into a graveyard. Hold up, is this a graveyard or a mini golf course? She's so desperate you just want her to get away, but she's caught, dragged away, and into the credits we go. Buffy tells Willow that she had another vivid dream about Angel and can't stop thinking about him, so Willow suggests asking him out for coffee sometime. Xander and his Dayglow shirt is told by Cordelia that she's dating a college student, and seriously, I didn't get any dates when I was 16, and she's had more than I've had in my lifetime. I can't tell if American TV over-exaggerates the dating life of a high schooler or if I'm just a loser. Wait, don't answer that. Giles is mad at Buffy because she's late, and also she's been skipping training, but she proves that she can handle a surprise attack, and okay, point made, let the poor man go now. He wants her to train more, but she asks at what point she gets to have a life. He tells her off for not taking her duty seriously, which, yes, okay, I get she is the Slayer after all, but that is a lot of pressure to put on a 16-year-old who still has to go to high school. Buffy and her pouty face agrees. After school, Cordelia's college boyfriend rocks up in his car and oh shit, it's one of those robed douchebags that chased down that girl at the beginning. For crying out loud, Cordy, can't you keep yourself out of trouble for 5 minutes? They spot Buffy and want an introduction, which Cordelia is hesitant to do, but trust me, you'll need Buffy's help so you might as well get on with it. Buffy is so not interested in Richard's douchey behaviour, but his friend Tom is less of a skis, so Buffy warms to him, before Giles calls her, annoyed she's late yet again. After kicking Giles' ass, Buffy goes out on patrol, the first use of this phrase in the show, which involves wandering around one of the 12 cemeteries located in Sunnydale and hopes some vampires are hanging out there. Buffy finds a broken bracelet and Angel pops up to tell her that he can smell blood on it. Really, dude? You're 241 years old and this is your best pickup line? We get some relationship drama where Angel says it's not going to work because he's a centuries-old vampire, and he's absolutely correct, end of conversation. Except not really, because Buffy wants to make it work, and seriously, no, this is icky, she's 16. The following day, Cordelia explains to Buffy in her usual Cordelia way that she's not going to get that D unless Buffy goes to the college party with her. She quietly agrees, and Cordelia is thrilled.
Oh, Buffy, it's like we're sisters, with really different hair.
It's college cult time, where this ripped guy is being initiated into the Dumb Robe Gang by pledging allegiance to Makeda. Then they break out the beer and yeah, this is no different to usual college frat behaviour. But the poor girl from the opening is still stuck witnessing all this bullshit. In the library, Giles is living his best life.
Will you be ready if a vampire's behind you?
And seriously, dude, you need to stop doing dumb shit in a public place. Buffy shows him the bracelet she found but refuses to patrol, lying to Giles that Joyce isn't very well, and neither is she. Willow is shocked that Buffy would lie to Giles, but she has a great point. She's the Slayer 24/7, so once in a while... While Cordelia bores Buffy with the do's and don'ts of interacting with rich college boys, Xander tells Willow that he's going to the party too, in order to keep an eye on things. This party looks like my worst nightmare, and as soon as she spots Richard, Cordelia ditches Buffy and Xander splats through the window. Why is he dressed like a middle-aged golfer? Way to blend in, Xander! Buffy is suddenly rushed by some drunken asshole, but Tom yoinks her out of the way just in time and they have a dance together. Because Xander so obviously doesn't belong, he's spotted, grabbed, and dragged off as a new pledge. When Buffy goes out for some air, she finds some glass from the busted window, and then that Richard dickhole convinces her to drink alcohol. But really, Buffy? You came here with Cordelia because she specifically wanted to get with this Richard dude, but he's standing right in front of you and Cordelia is nowhere to be found. Don't you find that just a little bit suspicious? Giles and Willow are at the library trying to work out the bracelet, when Willow realises that it's from a local prep school where a girl named Callie is missing. I know we've seen her twice this episode, and heard her be referred to as Callie, but this is such a nothing photo of her that you can't even tell it's the same woman. Back at the party, the frat bros encourage Xander to enter the next season of RuPaul's Drag Race, while Buffy is seriously feeling the effects of that perfectly innocent and not at all spiked drink. She heads upstairs, something I would 100% not do if I was drunk and wearing heels, and stumbles into a bedroom where Richard is on the prowl. Tom tells him to back off because Buffy is for Makita, and points out Cordelia, who's in bad shape too. Willow discovers that Callie is not the only missing girl. In fact, others went missing a year ago to the day. I wonder what happened to them. Oh wait, it's these dicks. And Buffy and Cordelia are tied up together, just like they were in Out of Mind, Out of Sight. Seriously, Cordelia, could you stop getting yourself into trouble all the time? They meet Callie, who says they're fucked because one of the guys is different and dangerous. Tom says to leave Buffy till last and starts playing around with some rocks and stuff. You know, normal Tuesday. Because Buffy is supposedly sick, Angel comes in to help Giles track down the missing girls. But when they're going to head to the college, Willow blurts out that Buffy went to the party and then tells both men off for putting too much pressure on her. Tom does some complicated ritual, and with that much going into it, this Makita guy must be something really... What the fuck is that? This expression, this one right here, sums up my thoughts exactly. Okay, so wait a second, I am definitely remembering this monster wrong. I could have sworn it was a CGI nightmare, but this looks practically done. I shall consult my Buffy expert. Okay, so according to my friend Joseph, the terrible CGI snake features in the season 3 episode Band Candy, so won't that be something to look forward to later this year? Xander runs into Giles, Willow and Angel outside the frat house and tells them he was about to sneak in, hence the robe. Angel gets pissed that these assholes have Buffy and it's game on. To distract the monster away from eating Cordelia, Buffy starts taunting it, causing Tom to smack her across the face. You, sir, are a giant a-hole and I hope your smug douche face gets what's coming to it. Xander and Angel get into the house, and I've got to address something a moment that the internet can't agree on. Angel just walked into this house without an invite, which could be considered an error. However, this is a frat house, which is a temporary residence, so Angel can get into the building but would require an invite to get into any of the frat bros' bedrooms. These rules also apply to Buffy and Willow's dorm when they go to college in season 4, so whether you think of this as a plot hole or not, I hope I've explained it a little bit better for you. As snaky Voldemort goes to eat Cordelia, Buffy manages to break free of her chains and a fight breaks out, which Willow, Giles, Angel and Xander join in. Buffy stabs the snake like it's guarding the Chamber of Secrets, but then it's suddenly cut in half seconds later because continuity is hard. Cordelia hugs Angel, declares she hates them all, and Tom is hauled off to jail. Buffy apologizes to Giles for lying to him, and he in turn apologizes for being too hard on her. The following night in the Bronze, Xander exposition reads the paper, which says that all the frat boys have gone to jail because of all the dead girl bones in the basement, and those former residents of the fraternity who got rich thanks to Snakeface are now falling on hard times. Thank you! At least we get closure this time, not like the pack or some assembly required where who knows what happened to the bad guys in the end. The episode ends with Angel asking Buffy out for coffee sometime. Okay, so this episode is clearly an allegory for college rape culture, which is why I included a trigger warning at the beginning. And it's seriously creepy how people in a position of power can take advantage of and prey on the more vulnerable. Episodes like this are why Buffy has made such an impact on pop culture, because even though it's mystical, at its core it tackles real-world issues. Having said that, I'm not a fan of this episode for 2 reasons. 1, Cordelia is in trouble yet again, which can get old real fast. And 2, the villains are just dicks. I know Tom seems okay to begin with, but I much prefer the bad guys to have more depth, like Impada in their previous episode. She was doing what she was doing because she wanted to reclaim her lost life, not because she was an asshole. The frat boys are very much in the same vein as those doucheholes from the pack, and we all know how I feel about that. Now we have a single death in this episode, Makita, who I would have classed as a monster, but a throwaway line from Giles calling him a giant demon snake caused me to do some research, and yes, he is indeed a demon. So we have 1 demon death, Makita stabbed/cut in half by Buffy, which brings a running total to 7 humans, 2 transformations, 11 vampires, 1 zombie, 1 mummy, and 1 demon. So there you have it. That was Reptile Boy. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below or come say hi on social media. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button or consider subscribing if you'd like more episodes like this one. Thanks again for watching, I'll speak to you soon, and don't let the vampires bite.